Hey everybody, I have the pleasure of having Mr. Tim Pierce here in the studio in Atlanta. Tim, welcome.
Thank you. It's
okay,
beautiful.
we're gonna make a very fun video today. Tim's gonna try out a bunch of my gear. Part of the reason is I wanna see what works and what doesn't. So we're gonna kill about 3 birds with 1 stone. The first thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna build a little pedal board for Tim to play through. So let's pick out some pedals, Tim. What do you typically, what's something you want to have?
I only need 3 things.
Okay.
I need the Nobel's ODR1.
Which we have right over here.
Over there, right? And then I need a reverb.
Yep.
And I need a delay with modulation.
Got it.
And I can darken and modulate.
Okay, so what do you think here? So I got the Nobles right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the reverb could be anything, but I think I might choose this Delverb because I think it has both.
Okay.
And I don't own one of these, but I remember trying one once and it was like, oh, that's the sound.
Okay.
So it's got
to show those, Tim.
Yeah,
both
darkened, modulated delay, and a reverb. So I might
both,
only
are
need
both
2.
in that?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Now we're going to pick out a guitar, Tim. What do you want to play through?
Well, the first one I want to play is your favorite.
Yes.
Because it plays
my
like
favorite right
butter.
now, which is the my SG, Murphy Labs SG.
I love that guitar. I have a relationship with that guitar already from seeing it so many times, and it plays really easy.
And we're gonna decide on what amp we're gonna use here in a second.
Bunch of different amps because I'm your maintenance man today.
Tim is my maintenance man, and we're going to test some microphones out too at the same time.
You talk to studio guitar players, and you're reminded you don't have 5 seconds to do something. If people ask, you have to do it within 3 seconds. The sound has to happen immediately. Make it dirtier. It has to happen now. Or turn the delay down. You can't page through any menus. Literally, 5 seconds is too long. 10 seconds is way too long.
Would you, if you say, oh, let's try a different amp, what would you do?
Well, I had an amp switcher. I would get there super early, make sure everything was patched in. Yep. So all I had to do was dial a rotary knob and would go to the other amp. And then I could adjust it right away.
For how many amps?
I would bring 6 to 8. And then the other thing about studio etiquette, there was a point in the 90s when producers would get mad if you brought too much stuff. Yeah. And that happened to me a couple of times. Like they start to bring in the truckload of stuff and we just wanted an amp. So I was very careful to get there early, do the feng shui so people could walk. And then I have my semicircle. These heads would be stacked like this because I could fit more in, right? Trade them out if I wanted to, and it'd all be low to the ground. I was very sensitive, and I always try and park myself at a diagonal angle, because if you're like this, and the artist is behind you on the couch, you're going like that, that's not good. So, sure, it's great for listening for me to be right here and playing, and but I sacrificed that so I could be over here, and I could see the artist's friend, everybody in the room has an opinion and a vibe. And
even the artist's friend, right?
Yeah, and I could even say maybe the artist's mom was there. It's like everybody in the room I wanted to take care of, so I was always parked like diagonally, basically. And in this room, I would be over here, and that way people would be walking in and out. I'm not in anybody's way. I mean, really carefully plan where I would set up. It would be right here is how I would do it. And I'd have my amps in a semicircle right there, and I'd just be reaching for the ones I was going to use. Yeah. But yeah, you don't have, I've talked to guys about this, it has to be instant. I mean, everything you do.
We're going to start out with this 1971 JMP. We're going into a 1971 Marshall cabinet with greenbacks, 100-watt cabinet. And we have our very small pedal board.
And as is typical, nothing's on, okay? So we're just hearing the amp with a little bit of reverb and Pro Tools. And it's so funny to me that I get the pedals, I set them up, and then just leave them off. Now, I'll turn them on in a second, but the amp tone with the reverb, make the record. I mean, that's the record, And this is a rare amp because early 70s Marshalls can sound kind of thin and bright. This is healthy, and I can tell when I turn down the volume, it cleans up nicely. We can make a whole record with that amp, so you got a good one there.
Another thing that we're doing here is that we're trying out a couple different 421s, the Sennheisers. We've got right now just a normal one, but we're also going to swap it out for the new miniature 421 that they have out.
Cool. I want to know about that.
Okay.
I don't know about it.
We're going to swap it out right now and see what it sounds like.
Okay, let's do the simple thing first. Okay, we should compare.
Let's compare. So turn out the 57. Let's listen to it. It's a small one.
That's the small guy?
Oh. That has so...
Just so
Oh
much
my God,
wider.
the top end is better. Everything about it. This has the...
Yeah.
That's got great mid-range to it.
But this one, the original one, the original 421 gives you what it's supposed to do, being on the darker side of the speaker, right? So it's complementing that 57, which is a little brighter. So like with the little one, you're adding more fizz to what's already there.
Right.
Which is what we don't really want.
Can I play the other one?
Now the scary thing is that if you didn't have it to compare it to, you'd go, yeah, there's our sound, let's make it.
Yeah.
Because it's good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
It's
terrible.
good enough.
Yeah.
But the first one, I just hear it's more open and airy. And words, what do words mean when you talk about guitar sounds? But I feel like it's just more open.
Well, we should then, to be fair, let's put the 60s 421 up there.
Wow, cool.
Try it out.
And then the mini.
Hear this new one?
Back to the vintage.
Good.
Yeah.
Not as much low end from this guy, even with the mini. Like, so the vintage right here. And the mini.
Got more lows.
Way more low.
Yeah.
Which lows can pollute all the other
Yeah.
frequencies.
And then
Okay, so
that
vintage
one has
wins.
better. That one has better mid range though.
Yeah, I like that one. I love the vintage one.
The
It's
vintage
more
one's really good.
compact.
Yes.
Has a lot of the good qualities of the standard one, but it's more compact somehow.
Now let's play it with the put the 57 on with that with the vintage one. Let's hear what that sounds like.
Original 421. Mini 421. And back to the vintage.
That's got great bite to it.
Yeah.
Really like that.
I mean, it doesn't, for having a lot less for low end, it doesn't sound terrible. It sounds still pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you'd make a great record with the mini.
Now we'll start going through different amps. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Next, we're going to try out this orange Overdrive 2 from 1979. We're sticking with the 70s. Let's check it out, Tim. Sounds great.
Sounds great. And that's how I would play that amp. It's got teeth.
Okay, so if I do this, Tim, that sounds good though. Yeah. That sounds great.
Sounds great. The thing is, every amp, though, sort of shapes what you go after.
That's right.
Instantly. It's
What you play,
instinctive, yeah.
as soon as you hear it,
Yeah.
you start playing completely different things.
Yeah.
The next amp is a Park P45/100. So let's check this out here, Tim.
It suggests a different kind of playing, a different
Yeah.
kind of part.
So this would be, I think this has KT88s in it, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. Ooh. Not bad for single note playing.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Nice tone.
Really good. Has a great bite to it.
Yeah. Really nice.
I bet with a little bit of that delay on there or something or whatever, that might...
And once again, the effect is pushing me to play a different way.
Great.
But with this effect, I would want to play slower.
And Tim, it doesn't really matter, whatever the effect, you put it on, you push this pedal on, Tim didn't set anything up here, and you just play to whatever the sound is.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's being a studio player.
Yeah, and if we had a track up, then we'd be selective about the sounds we chose. We'd be rejecting some sounds quickly and choosing some sounds quickly. This would be great for just a single line melody.
Yeah.
Or arpeggios like I started to play. Yeah.
Cool. This is a MIG 100H, old Sovtek amp that I've had forever. I don't even know how long, but these are kind of one of these hidden gems that people, I don't know if people know about them or not, but this has got a really active EQ on it. It sounds like a modded Marshall basically, but it kind of has its own thing because the EQ is so, you can do so many different things with it.
So the first thing I notice about this is it has that nice sag in the transformer that old Marshalls have. I mean, a little too much if you don't want it, but I usually want it.
Yeah.
I'm in the low side because I just wanted to hear how it sounded. It's a little more well-rounded. Kind of like an uncultured, raw Marshall.
Yeah.
I like it. Like I said, a little unsophisticated, a little raw. You might want for something. Now, if we go in here.
Oh yeah.
So the thing I always would like about something like this, it would make me less of a polished player, which would be really useful in certain situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really aggressive. I love that.
Yeah, and not to really categorize it, but it becomes more, you know, grunge. Very useful.
Okay, next we're going to try one combo amp here. This is a Fender Deluxe that's got a blackface mod. It was modded by Peter Stroud, and it has 6L6s, and it's a killer amp.
So let's just hear it by itself. It's great.
I love the punch that this has.
Yeah. Let's try it with the overdrive. I mean, the bottom end splays out a little bit, but it's very pleasing. And then for clean tones, it's just ideal. And partly because it's just sort of right in your face.
Yeah.
I almost like it with no effects. I mean, in a track, just playing. Really delicate.
Yeah. Ooh. Tim,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think you've exceeded my expectations. Your amps are great. I'm jealous. I want them. I know I can't have them, but I still want them.
Well, we tried them out and everything seemed to work except for one microphone.
Yeah,
that
and
we
one
needed
amp
repaired.
that'll go unnamed that we didn't like so much.
Awesome. Tim, thank you. Been great having you here.
Thank you. Everything sounds great. Nice studio.